Oh,
I am so sorry.
It's fine.
I'll come back later.
Things are really starting to come together with a new initiative, a fresh character, and season 13 just around the corner. We could be seeing Fiona possibly leaving Hope Valley for good after May and Mike's wedding, where there are also some rumors swirling about Lucas's death after he gets a new love interest and gets ready to leave Hope Valley. So, here's everything we know so far about season 13 and what's coming up in the franchise. Now that the resort plans have been scrapped, Lucas and Lee are shifting their focus to turning the same plot of land into a national park. But it's a significant opportunity. The challenge now? Getting Rosemary on board. As always, she's skeptical, especially when it comes to Lucas, who she sees as a bit of a wild card. She's hesitant to trust him, especially with something as big as this, given his past decisions and ambitions. However, Lucas isn't giving up easily. He's got an idea that could be the game changer, an irresistible offer that could sway Rosemary's opinion. Lucas's proposal makes Rosemary stop and think. Could she be being too hard on him? Is her hesitation based on fear or genuine concern for Lee's future? After discussing the situation with Nathan, Rosemary starts to see things from a different perspective. With Lee's excitement about the project being so palpable, it becomes clear to her that this is the first time in a long while that Lee has felt truly passionate about something since Goldie's birth. This realization softens her stance, and she supports Lee in taking Lucas up on his offer. Despite her initial reservations, she decides to stand by him, knowing how much it means to him. Lee, meanwhile, has made a difficult decision. Despite his initial reluctance to leave Hope Valley, he chooses not to cut his trip short. He promises Rosemary that he'll stay in touch every day, reassuring her that his heart is still with her and Goldie, even if he's physically away. On the train, Lucas makes a key promise. He and Lee will be equal partners in this venture. He emphasizes that he can't do this without him, underscoring the importance of their partnership and mutual respect. As the two of them travel together, they meet Edwin, a key player in the National Park project, which marks the beginning of this new chapter. While Lucas and Lee are navigating this major shift, things in Hope Valley aren't slowing down. Toby and Cooper are dealing with some drama of their own, having a run-in with Mr. Yost over the latest delivery of comic books, or, more accurately, the lack of it. The delay causes some tension, but nothing compared to the challenges Lucas is facing. Angela, too, is facing her own crossroads. She wants to move to Hamilton after graduation to attend the prestigious Schwartzman School, but Minnie, her mother, is determined to keep her closer to home. It's another layer of complication as the town's relationships become more intricate. Meanwhile, Joseph is wondering if Henry feels left behind as Lucas's plans unfold. With Lucas making moves on the national park and his future looking uncertain, it's clear that the dynamics of Hope Valley are shifting in significant ways. This includes Elizabeth, who, before May and Mike's wedding, takes a moment to check in with Lucas. She can tell that he's struggling with his image as governor, especially as his handling of the resort situation continues to haunt him. His opponents, including some former allies, are calling for his resignation, citing his poor judgment in the resort matter, specifically regarding his devious former fiancée, Janette Oke. Lucas's reputation is in jeopardy, and Elizabeth's visit to him highlights the emotional toll it's taking. She sees the weight of the criticism on him, and he opens up about the backlash he's facing. The National Park project is now more important than ever, but there's a looming question. If Lucas continues as governor, will it be enough to keep him in Hope Valley, or will the demands of both his career and personal life drive him to leave for good, possibly along with Lee? As if that wasn't enough, there are rumors swirling about Lucas's death in season 13 after he gets a new love interest and starts preparing to leave. It seems that things are far from simple for the Hope Valley residents, and their futures are anything but certain. Season 13 promises plenty of twists and turns, especially as Lucas finds himself at a crossroads, both professionally and personally. The idea of him leaving the town, combined with the rumors of his possible death, will no doubt have viewers on edge. With new relationships forming, old ones tested, and big decisions on the horizon, Hope Valley may never be the same again. The future is uncertain, but one thing's for sure. Season 13 will deliver drama, emotion, and some serious life changes for its beloved characters. In Season 13, there's a real possibility that Fiona might permanently leave Hope Valley after May and Mike's wedding. Fiona's return in Season 11 as the best woman for Mike, offering support and lending a hand with the wedding preparations, brought a lot of joy to the community. Fans were thrilled to see her again, especially as she had been away for much of Season 11. However, as much as Fiona had missed Hope Valley and her friends, she was honest about how much she enjoyed her life away from the town. By the end of the episode, Fiona made it clear that she was leaving again, leaving viewers to wonder whether this would be her final departure. Looking ahead, if our theories for Season 12 hold true, it seems Fiona might not be returning to Hope Valley full-time anytime soon. While the town undoubtedly misses her and appreciates her unique presence, Fiona has made it clear that she's found happiness elsewhere. This creates an interesting dynamic for Season 13, as the town will have to adjust without her, especially given her special role in the lives of many of the characters. Fiona's storyline leaves us wondering if there's a chance she could eventually return in a different capacity, or if her journey away from Hope Valley will be permanent. Her departure also brings into focus how the show evolves as characters grow, change, and find their paths outside of the familiar settings of Hope Valley. It will be interesting to see how this development impacts the community, and if Fiona's absence will be felt in significant ways, especially in the context of the ongoing personal and professional shifts happening in the town. So, aside from all the excitement for When Calls the Heart Season 13, there's some pretty awesome news on the spin-off front too. When Hope Calls is back in the spotlight, and fans are pretty hyped about it. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's this cool spin-off of When Calls the Heart that first premiered on Hallmark Movies, now back in 2019, and really carved its own little niche. It's set in the same world, but with a fresh set of characters and a new storyline. Plus, it's being revived for a second season and will continue in January 2025. So plenty more When Hope Calls goodness is on the horizon. And the cherry on top? Hallmark's EVP of Programming, Lisa Hamilton-Daly, has been pretty open about the possibility of expanding the When Calls the Heart universe even further. She mentioned in an interview with Variety that there are ongoing conversations about growing the franchise. But it's tricky because Erin Krakow, and a lot of the core cast, is just so central to the heart of the show. So, if When Calls the Heart eventually comes to an end, they might start thinking about new ways to keep the story alive. It's all up in the air right now, but who knows? We might get even more Heart spin-offs in the future. What do you think? Would you be down for even more shows in this universe? Or do you think it might be better to just focus on When Calls the Heart and When Hope Calls for now? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below.